Hi, I'm Sam from Tarot for Writing. Thank you so much for joining me. Fair warning, I have had a really long day of writing, finishing up a novel, and my brain is a little fried, but this is a daily challenge, and I wanted to make sure I get this video recorded for you tonight. I did go ahead and do my tarot study after all the writing, and wanted to share my thoughts with you. So let's take a look at the Four of Cups. This is part of a tarot challenge created by Mindful Tarot. I have the Instagram tag linked or written down in the description below. And the basic idea is to take a look at a different card in the tarot deck every single day for 78 days. And like I said, I didn't want to miss today or make up for it tomorrow. So let's start by looking at a definition. So the way I read the Four of Cups is it's the card of dissatisfaction, of letting an opportunity pass you by. And we kind of see this as the guy sitting here under this tree. And even though there is a cup that could hold who knows what amazing thing, he's completely ignoring it and letting it pass him by. Another way to look at this card, and something I sometimes struggle with to see the more positive aspect of the Four of Cups, is that it can be a card of introspection and contemplation. You know, sometimes we need to take a little bit of time away. We need to step back. We need to close off. We need to become the hermit so we can come back refreshed. We can come back with a clarity of mind to see what opportunities we want to take and what opportunities we want to let us pass by, or what opportunities we want to decline would be a better way to put it. And in the process, by taking this time to close off, yes, some opportunities might pass us by, but it might serve us better in the long run to let them go, to not jump at everything we see, to not jump at the newest idea, the newest opportunity, the latest thing, the latest new bright, shiny object that's out there grabbing for our attention. So I thought that was kind of a good reminder for me personally to also look at the Four of Cups as having this positive aspect of it's okay to let stuff pass you by sometimes. And then on a more personal level, I also read this as the card of disappointment and maybe even of depression. You know, sometimes when we kind of fall into that hole with our mental health, with our mental state of being, it is hard to see the hand that's reaching out to us, offering us that cup. It's hard to see all the positive things that are in our life. And when I pull this card, it's a reminder to make an effort to look at everything good and positive in my life, to go through my practice of keeping a gratitude journal, of bringing all the things I'm grateful for, everything I have, front of mind. The detail I wanted to focus on today that caught my attention kind of goes along with that. And it's the fact that he's sitting there with his arms crossed. It's a very protective pose, the way he is sitting there with the tree at his back and his arms protecting basically all the vital organs in his body. The way I see this is he is very closed off. And he's either not willing or not able to open himself up to new ideas, to the new idea that is offered in the cup that's coming out of the cloud. And that he really can't see in this moment in time, at least, that this fourth cup is maybe something completely different from the three cups that he sees in front of him. that he may be already aware of. I'm kind of assuming that he's looked at what is in these 3 cups, decided it's not for him, and he's not even open in this moment to the idea that the 4th cup is something completely different. And maybe that's a good thing, or maybe he is at a point in his journey where what's in this cup is exactly what he might need. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, when it comes to writing romance novels, I'm a paranormal romance author. The first thing that this card makes me think of is a grumpy sunshine tropey kind of novel. And here the idea is that one of the characters is somebody really grumpy, a recluse, maybe even an introvert, somebody that's a bit of a pessimist. And the other character who kind of blows into his or her life and throws everything upside down, kind of messes everything all up, is a sunshiny person. Somebody very, one of those very happy, bubbly people that are all optimism all the time. And then, along the same lines, I thought of maybe if I'm doing a character study, my character is an extreme introvert or a recluse. Or maybe he or she is a hurt character who is afraid to open up to the possibility of love, to the possibility of getting to know somebody else, to the possibility of letting anyone or anybody or anything really into his life. When I'm working on fleshing out an outline, or I'm pulling tarot cards to add a little bit more interest to a particular chapter, a card like the 4 of Cups makes me think of a new opportunity, maybe even an easy way to fix this insurmountable problem that I have created for my characters. But said characters either don't see it, or if they do see it, they don't act on it because they think it's too good to be true. I could also get the idea to introduce a benevolent side character, somebody who lends our main character a helping hand in a situation. Sometimes we're all in those situations where all we need is a kind gesture from somebody else to start to see the world in a different light. Or maybe we just need those words of encouragement, or even that hard conversation that helps us see what's right in front of us that we haven't been able to see, that helps us see that we're about to lose this person who we didn't even realize has become so important to us in our lives. I love to play with those themes in my stories, and often I do introduce a character like a wise hermit type character who sits them down and has this hard conversation with them, who has this heart to heart with them over a cup of coffee and a slice of pie, that kind of thing. And then I can also see this as inspiration to have my character tap into this whole idea of introspection and contemplation. So maybe he or she is taking a little bit of time to think through options and changes, possible changes, before making a choice. Maybe this is him or her going off on their own for a long walk on the beach, for a drive up into the mountains, for going through a cleansing ritual, or sitting under the moon if it's a witchy type romance, to really think deeply and figure out what it is that they truly want deep down in their heart. And then last but not least, I thought this card could also inspire me to have my characters have that conversation about past relationships, kind of using the 4 cups here as symbols, the 3 of them in front of the guy is maybe the past relationships he or she has had, and then the cup coming out of the clouds as the new relationship. So maybe it's time to have that conversation about you know, this is what I've done in the past. This is the relationships I've had. This has been the outcome. These are my fears. These are my struggles. Those kind of ideas. And then especially if it's a character who has had a marriage in the past, several marriages in the past, who maybe has some children that the other character is not yet aware of. Those are important conversations for them to have in a romance novel as part of the character development, as part of the growth, and as part of the arc of their love story. So those are my thoughts tonight. I hope it wasn't too scatterbrained. I'm excited to get back to writing after catching a few hours of sleep. And of course, I will be back tomorrow with another look at the Suit of Cups, and I hope I'll see you there. As always, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Bye.